Hello, and thank you for watching this June 1st weather update, brought to you by Agrible, the makers of Morning Farm Report. My name is Eric Snodgrass, and I'm a senior atmospheric scientist and co-founder at Agrible. As we start June, let's take a moment to look back on the weather in May and its potential impacts on the 2015 crop. The biggest story in ag weather has been the excessive rain in the central United States. Texas and Oklahoma were the hardest hit states, with repeated severe thunderstorm outbreaks and torrential rains. Some storms dropped over 7 inches in just a few hours, putting a lot of strain on the crops grown in this region. Wheat prices have been volatile in April and May, partly due to the uncertainty around the impact the weather will have in this same region. Prices have dropped dramatically over the last few days, as the USDA reported that nearly half of the crop is in good to excellent condition. As we will see in the next couple of minutes, this week's weather will be quite dry over this region, allowing fields to dry out. This, in combination with high global supply, has allowed prices to fall significantly. Looking back on our map, which shows the percent of normal precipitation over the last 30 days, we can also see that Minnesota and Wisconsin have received decent rains. This is an area we are concerned about for drought, but these rains will certainly help the new crop. Here's the most recent USDA Drought Monitor map. Since our last weather video, drought conditions in these states have certainly improved. However, what is most important to see on this graph is that the heart of the Corn Belt is largely free from drought conditions. Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa have been receiving regular rainfall events and went the entire month of May without significant cold stress. Plants are growing quickly and fields look very healthy throughout the heartland. With populations high again this year, the lack of major weather stress to start the season is pointing toward another big year for corn and bean production in the United States. Looking here at the way corn prices have moved this year, we can see how favorable U.S. weather conditions combined with high domestic stocks have helped drive corn prices lower. Additional volatility might also result from the U.S. government's decision to not increase ethanol production as greatly as some expected. Given this information, let's quickly look at the USDA's latest U.S. yield forecast. In the report in mid-May, the USDA is projecting 166.8 bushels per acre from the 89.2 million acres planted. While both numbers are down from last year, May's weather, especially in Illinois, has been close to ideal. We at Agrible will be watching for any stress on this year's crop, as the potential exists for another big year in terms of yield. So let's take a look at the short-term weather forecast. Here are the temperature anomalies on Monday around midday. We can see that temperatures will remain cooler than normal by a few degrees after the soaking rains of the weekend. This cooler air across the Corn Belt will move in from the northeast, but patterns shift on Tuesday and Wednesday as southerly flow returns and warm air moves into the central United States. In this animation of surface air temperatures provided by twisterdata.com, we can see the warmth build across the central United States. By midweek, temperatures across the Corn Belt will rebound into the 70s and 80s, but one area to watch is northern Texas and western Oklahoma, which will likely see upper 90s and possibly triple-digit heat by midweek. As I mentioned earlier, this same region will get a break from the rain. Here's an animation from the NAM model showing where precipitation is forecast to fall through midweek, and we can see that Texas and Oklahoma will finally get a chance to dry out a little bit. In Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana, once the fields dry a bit from the weekend rain, there should be a few good days this week to get into any fields that need attention, as there will be several stretches of drier weather through most of this week. Here's the next 7 days of precipitation as forecast by NOAA. The heavy rain forecast in Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota will arrive late this week. We will keep an eye on this region and update the forecast precipitation amounts in our Morning Farm Report. As you can also see here, several rain events move up the East Coast over the next 5 to 7 days. And this rain will be welcome in this region, as it has been quite dry over the last couple of months. However, the West Coast misses out this week on the rain, as it heads into its dry season while enduring one of the worst droughts in recent history. To conclude this video, I wanted to mention again the impact El Niño might have on the 2015 growing season. In the upper left is an animation of sea surface temperatures showing the developing El Niño in the Central Pacific Ocean. In the upper right, we have the forecast by 7 global forecast models showing a moderate to strong El Niño developing this summer into fall. What does all of this mean for this summer in the United States? The bottom two figures are from the Climate Prediction Center and show the forecast for precipitation on the left and temperature on the right for June through August. Wetter and cooler than average conditions are expected across the Great Plains, while warm and dry weather is expected out west. What these figures show, though, is that given our latest forecast information, major weather stress is currently not forecast across the major corn and soybean growing areas in the United States. If any heat stress or drought conditions show up in the long-term forecast, we will be the first to let you know. As always, we at Agrible will bring you the latest and best weather information through our morning farm report so that you can efficiently plan your operations. We thank you for your attention, and we hope you look forward to our next weather video update. Thank you.